Hi guys, this is Leela. Welcome to my channel Leela WebDev. In this video, we will try to understand about the main function in the C language. So what is this main function? Why we need to use it? So normally what is main? So main is a function in C. Okay, so main is a function in C serving as the entry point for any C program. So this main function serves as an entry program for any C program. A program can have multiple functions. Normally program, if you try to see, can have multiple functions. But it must have one main function only. It must have only one main function. If there is only one function, means its name must be mentioned as main only. All statements in the main are enclosed in curly braces. So all statements, whatever the statements you are having here, those all should be enclosed in a curly braces. So return type of main. So what is the return type of main? If you try to see here, we are using return 0. Functions in C returns values, and main also is not an exception for this one. So normally functions, if you try to see anything in C or any programming language, it returns the values, and main is no exception, so it also returns a value. The return type of main is here in this one. The return type of main is int, if you try to see here, which means that it returns an integer. By convention, main returns 0 to indicate success. So here we are returning the 0 to indicate success. If there is an error, means it can return any non-zero value to indicate the failure. Checking the return value. So the method to observe the return value of main depends on the compiler. So here the return type and all those things depends on the compiler. If you are using the Turbo C or C++, means use Alt C information for that one. Or otherwise, if you are using this Visual Studio, means observe return value in the watch window of the debugger. So Linux means we can use the echo and execute the program in the terminal. So like this we can check it. So some compilers also we use void main. So some compilers like Turbo C or C++ allow main to return nothing. This is done by preceding it with the keyword void. But this is non-standard right now. So here you can also use the void in the Turbo C++, but it is non-standard. Variables and their usage. Declaring the variables. Variables always must be declared before use. So whenever you are using the variables, means it must be declared before use. Example, here we are able to see int principal year and float rate and the simple interest. So these are the declaration of integer variables, and these are declaration of the float variables. And now usage follows declaration. So here we are able to see a simple interest is equal to, like this we have used it, right? So we need to use arithmetic operators. So we have used different types of arithmetic operators. Operators are used in C are plus, minus, into for some multiplication, slash for division, modulus for the remainder. So these type of arithmetic operations we can use it. And another one which I want to explain is the printf. So C does not have a keyword to display the output. Instead, it uses the library function printf from the studio.h. So here this is the studio.h. From this one, it will use a library function printf. So syntax of the printf is, so something like here in the double quotes we will be using the format string, and here we can use with a list of variables. So here specifies how value should be displayed. Common specifications are, here we are using %f for floating point numbers, %d for integers, and %c for characters we will be using. It can also contain literal text also, which is printed as it is. So here this is the literal text. So examples of the printf are something like this. So you are able to see it, right? Simple interest is something like this one. So now, so this is all about this one. So compilation and execution, how it will have. So role of editor and the compiler. So editor, this is an editor. Visual Studio Code is an editor, and it is used to type the program. And we are having a compiler which converts the program to the machine language for execution. So we are having the GCC compiler, so it will be using to convert it into a machine language for execution. And now other programs in the development are, so preprocessor handles directives like hash include. So these are preprocessors and directives, and these preprocessor hash, these all things hash include, these are preprocessors. It will handle the directives like studio.h. These are all directives. Linker combines the program components, and debugger. So these all things we are using. So now examples of IDEs are, normally you will be able to see Turbo C, C++, Visual Studio Code, NetBeans, and Code Runner. So like this, CodeLite, sorry, we will be using these all the things. Online compilers are also available for writing and executing the C programs. So now we are able to see about this example I have explained you. So now if you try to see hard coding values like P is equal to 1000, year is equal to 3, and rate of interest is 8.5, limits the program flexibility. To make the program more general, it should prompt the user for input during execution. So for this one we can use the scanf. So for this one what I can do it is, instead of asking like this, so here I can ask scanf, okay, for reading the input. So here enter principal amount, and here you can use something like, so principal is %d and here we need to mention ampersand principal. That's it. And here another one you can use scanf enter year, and here also you can take it as in %d, and here you can ask year, ampersand year. So it needs to take ampersand year. I will try to explain you that one. And the last one which you need to take it is the rate, scanf enter rate of interest. So here rate of interest %f, and here you can use ampersand rate. That's it. So now here we are mentioning we are asking the enter principal amount, enter year, and also the enter rate of interest we are asking. So here %d is used for integers, %f is used for floating point numbers, and here we have used it. And address of operator we are using ampersand. Ampersand gives the memory address of the variable. So here instead of having the value, it will give the memory address of the variable, indicating where the input value should be stored. That is the thing. Input values must be separated by space, tab, new line, like this. So space separated 1000. So like this also you can use it. So now I will try to explain you. So here we have implemented this one, right? Let's try to execute this one. So I am trying to execute. So let's save this one. I will try to execute this one. So here it will ask you the series of questions. Let it ask. So it needs to ask. It is taking some time. Let's wait. Simple interest is 0, so it is taking, it is a, so let's try to execute it again. So I am trying to execute it. Let's see whether it will ask you or not. Let's see. Sorry, the problem here what is happening is we should not write here something like enter principal amount like this. So directly scanf means we should take it like this only. So here we should enter, first one is printf, my mistake this one. Here we need to add principal amount, then only we need to add the scanf. Then here also we need to add enter printf. So here we need to enter it like this, then enter year. So we need to use scanf, and here also we need to add printf. Okay, printf. Here we need to add, this is my mistake. So we are working on Node.js, JavaScript, these all things, right? So now we are writing this simple code. So sometimes the problem comes. So fine. Now if you try to execute here, so now here you will be able to see enter principal amount. So, okay. So principal amount is 3000, let's assume, and it is asking enter year 3, and now it will be asking enter printf enter rate of interest. So it needs to ask enter rate of interest. Why it is not asking this time? Scanf % ampersand printf enter rate of interest. Yes, you should ask the rate of interest, right? Why it is okay? Fine. So I kept slash n, right, because of that reason. Maybe it could be, so you should not write it slash n also here. So fine. Enter rate of interest is let's say 6.5. Now if you try enter, so here you will be able to see 360. So now this one is a dynamic one. Now if I execute it again, let's try to delete this one, and I will try to execute this one again. Now if you try to see here, it will ask you enter principal amount. Okay, so I will be using 5000, and it will ask you enter year. Okay, it should be 4 years, and it will ask you rate of interest. It should be 9%, 9.0, and here if I press enter, so it should be 1800 monthly we need to pay. Sorry, yearly we need to pay 1800. So this is how we will be using the generic type of thing. Okay, so prompts enter the value. So it will prompt you to enter the values like principal, year, and also the rate of interest, and it will calculate the simple interest using the formula, and it will display the output using the printf. So this is how we will be displaying it. So by including concepts like ampersand and format specifiers, the program illustrates both user interaction and also memory handling. So in the conclusion, before wrapping up, what I want to tell is main is the heart of the every C program, handling execution and returning an integer status. Variables and operators allow computations. Printf and scanf are essential for interacting with the user. Compilation requires both an editor and a compiler, often provided through an IDE. This foundational knowledge enables an efficient programming in the C. So hope you understood about this printf and scanf and also the main functionality in the C programming. If you have any doubts or any suggestions, please post the comments below to this video. And if you like this video, please do support me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you.